What's up, guys? Driving through the field, actually out visiting some customers today, and I thought, man, what a great opportunity to kind of show you guys how I use Agproz, how I leverage Agproz in order to be more efficient at what I do, and kind of the way I built it in order to solve some of these problems, some of these issues. So anyways, I just thought it'd be a good opportunity to do that because, when you think about it, there's 30,000 plus farmers in the state of California, and most of the time people will interact with a small percentage, a small subset of that, just to make a fair living, and then the rest of the customers kind of get ignored. Somebody's servicing them, but they just kind of get missed. And what if you could be a little bit better, a little bit faster, and find them, the ones that are interested in your product or service, and get in front of them faster and be a little more efficient. So that was the whole point when we developed Agproz, was to find ways to do that. And I believe that we've done a great job at that. So I'm going to show you. I'm actually going to pull over real fast and pull up Agproz. And this is the dev side. So this is Agproz 2.0, the new version of Agproz, which a lot of you haven't seen yet because it's not out. So with that being said, you may see a couple things that look different, and they are actually actively working on it right now. So there may be bugs that pop up. I am not even 100% sure, but we're gonna pull it up anyways and take a look at it. So let's do this. Let's turn down the AC. And just to catch you guys up, so I did start Agproz about 10 years ago with my partner Neil, and we it was my idea, and I brought it to him, and we just kind of thought about how we could do this thing. We ran with it, and we've done, in my opinion, very well. We've gotten crossed thousands of salespeople now and helped hundreds of companies. But with that being said, I've always maintained some sort of connection to a company, and I still currently maintain a connection to a company, and that is OMC. Awesome company to work with, and allows me to be in the field and actually use the app just as I would like we originally developed it. So I just wanted to share that with you guys also. Let me flip the screen, and I want to show you what I see. And first off, before I do anything, I'm going to flip the screen and show you guys what I see here. And what you see is almond trees. Not a mystery, right? California, 80% of the world's almonds. You see a dead vineyard, and there's some almond trees in the far side there, and some almond trees back there also. We've got an abandoned house. Who knows who that is? And it looks like maybe some young trees over there. But what I have here is Agproz, and you can see it starts with a little pin. That is me. That is my location. That is where I am. And you have to remember that, first off, flip this back around. If you're starting in a territory, or if you're, been in a territory for a really long time, a lot of times people work with, I would say, 25 to 75 farmers in their territory. And by talking to a lot of different salespeople that are in the field and marketers, if I actually looked at their territory from a map, that area that they're working in, the 25 to 75, that most of the time there's 500 to like 700 growers in that area. But they only work with a small subset that they're comfortable with, that they've known for a really long time, or that helps them get to, like maybe their goal income. And outside of that, they really don't spend a lot of time pushing to try to get more customers than that. And I just thought, what a waste, right? Like, if you're going to be in the area and you wanted to be aggressive, why not know everybody, or at least know everybody that's in your area, and then you could decide if you choose to want to, pursue them as a customer or not. So with that being said, let's cut back. So we're looking at Agproz right here, and you can see that, like I said, I'm right here, And let's just pretend that this orchard right off to my right-hand side was a customer. And you can see that that's Keith Bursey's ranch. Makes sense. I know Keith. He great farmer, and his trees actually look really good. So, but if I'm in this area, I can see that if I wanted to scroll over here and find out what Umberto was doing, Castro, I can click on him and find out that he's got 37.5 acres of grapes, right? And that's all that he has. And I can look at it on the mini map right here. So for me and what I do, right, he's not a good fit. Doesn't mean that he's not a great customer for somebody, but me, I'm looking for nut style crops. So if I jump over here, okay, look at Macias Farms Madera. I don't know them, but if I wanted to find out more about them, I could find out. So Kenneth Jr. Peelman, I actually know Kenny. I've dealt with him a little bit. I had no idea he owned this property, 77 acres of almonds. So from there, I can mark him as a prospect. And if you go back to the main map, his property is now marked purple in my prospect list, right? So now he'll be in my prospect list, which is here, and we could dive into that at a later time. But he's there. He's right there if I need to find them or hunt him down. I can pull him up again. Let's just say I wasn't close by, but I wanted directions to this plot. I can do that. I can pull directions. Well, that's not right. That's exactly what I didn't want to show. Oh man, I guess I should wait on that, huh? All right, so in the simplest form, and we'll continue to dive down this, and I'll show you guys some use case scenarios of how I even use it even further. But on the simplest form, just being able to pull up to a ranch and know who is surrounding that person and who also might be a potential customer. That's step one, right? If you are stepping forward into a territory or really trying to identify your territory, you first want to know who's there. And can I help them would be the second question. Now, that's going to take a little bit of work. Now, everybody wants phone numbers and an email or just text the person. But whether you like it or not, we're in the ag industry. And the ag industry, most of the time, if not all of the time, it takes a relationship. I can't say that I wish it was differently, because I like the fact that it requires a relationship in order to earn somebody's business. But just to think that you're going to text somebody and just get a deal, that's most likely not going to happen. So it's going to take some work. You're going to have to, drive down the driveway, meet this person, shake their hand, find out what their needs and wants are, find out if the products and services that you have are something that they're interested in or that actually could add value to them. Once you do that, then you can step forward on the pricing and all that kind of stuff. And hey, once you're in that area, then you can also ask, hey, if who else is in this area that I could actually help. But for the most part, guys, I just wanted to show you guys real fast on the simplest level. Some of you guys have seen this 100 million times, but I wanted to show you just on the simplest level that if I'm stopping in and visiting somebody, what does that look like, and what are the steps that I take in order to just identify who's around me, and then build a list around that in order what I should do next. So, all right, guys, well, I hope that helped, and we'll dive into a version 2, but for now, that's a good start, and let's go out there, kill it, crush it, and wish you guys nothing but the best. We'll talk to you soon.